What's up guys, welcome back to Gladiators. My name is Grisha and today we're reviewing the brand new Wilson Ultra 99 Pro. I've always said it, I don't know why it's called an Ultra. It has nothing to do with it except for the paint job, which is kind of similar, but this looks way better than the normal Ultra V5 and than any racket that you can currently buy, I feel like, because this, I mean guys, I don't know if you can actually see it on camera, but this looks magnificent. It has a smaller head size, an interesting string pattern, and I mean the specs are very promising to satisfy my needs, but I guess we'll only find that out if we playtest this thing. But yeah, check out the specs.
It was always me versus me, it was never me versus you, and now I'm good. Wake up and I do my part, wake up and I do my job, just how I should. I feel it all, I'm feeling numb, I lost my soul, it's on the run. I need a spark, I need some fun, I'm in the dark, like what's to come. It was always me versus me, it was never me versus you, misunderstood. Get up and beat those eyes, got up and I beat those eyes, that's understood. It was always me versus me, it was never me versus you, and now
I gotta be honest with you Glads, I have very mixed feelings about this racket because I can't decide whether I love it for its beautiful looks and the way it manages to combine really good power and really good control all in one racket, or if I hate it for its unforgiveness and small sweet spot. I've playtested this racket for a longer period of time than I usually do with other rackets, and the reason for that is that anytime I was heading out to a practice and was packing up my bag, this thing would just stand there in the corner looking at me with this beautiful paint job, and not taking it with me was just not an option. And once it's on the court with me and I can just grab it and play, I just did. This thing is like an insanely good looking girl that you know for a fact that if you get into any kind of relationship with, it's gonna be trouble, but you still do because she's just so good. And this is what happened every time I play tested this thing. We'd go warm up on the half court and every shot, like literally every shot, would feel like butter. You'd feel so good. And then you'd go to the baseline and the same thing. Every shot is perfectly measured, feels super good, you feel like Federer. It almost seems like your technique starts getting better, and then you do it realizing that you look fire because of just how good the racket looks. And if you pair it with like a blue outfit, oh my god. Though here's where the relationship starts getting more complicated and you realize the kind of person you're with and that the situation and this whole relationship is way more complicated than you thought it was. Because you start moving around the court and doing control exercises in motion, and you realize that this 99-inch relatively big head size is not as forgiving as you expected it to be. You realize that you need to move your legs a lot more and just move around the court a lot more than you're used to, measure the distance to the point of contact with the ball more carefully, and just overall work way harder for this relationship to continue. Otherwise, the seemingly harmless and good looking Ultra 99 Pro will swallow you without even noticing. That sounded slightly weird, but let's get into the shot-by-shot analysis, but let's do it quickly because this video is getting too long. Forehand. As I said, if you move your legs very well and you get to every single ball the way you're supposed to, and you actually look at the ball while taking the shot, and I know this sounds kind of obvious to look at the ball while you're playing tennis, but trust me, next time you practice, try to focus on actually looking at the ball while you're taking any shot, whether it's a forehand, backhand serve, whatever. Focus on that and it might actually improve your tennis quite a bit. So yes, if you move your legs a lot and you focus on hitting the ball in the right spot every time, or if you're just extremely talented, you will absolutely love hitting forehands with the Ultra 99 Pro. You will get really good power, really good control, you'll feel the ball well, and you will get the spin. This racket actually combines all of the factors that you might want in a racket in just one frame, but that just as long as you hit the sweet spot. And no, it's not like it exceeds in every one of these factors as long as you hit the sweet spot, but it does everything on a very high level as long as you hit the sweet spot. Now, if you decide to be lazy and try to save up some steps while approaching the ball, or just not warm up properly before your practice or your match, and you will feel like Wilson has stuck in like the 1980s with this racket, because it will feel like you're hitting with a wooden plank. Because as I said, nailing the sweet spot with this racket every time is not the easiest thing to do. Let's talk backhands now, and backhands felt really good, and I guess that has to do with the fact that my backhand as a player is just a better shot than my forehand, and hitting that sweet spot is an easier task for me on the backhand side than that is on the forehand. And I mean, I get the control I want, it penetrates through the ball pretty well, and the stability is up there in some of the best rackets, which is a lot for me. And those are the three factors that I look at when picking a racket, because I mean, backhand is a very important shot for me. You can play flat down the line backhands with this thing as easily as you can play deep cross-court spinny backhands, and that versatility is something that I really value with this, because you can go from hitting a flat out down the line almost passing shot to hitting a super deep, almost lobby-like cross-court like this without even having to think about it. And that's something that I like about this Wilson. Again, as long as you hit that sweet spot. Glads, before we approach the net and talk about how this racket performs in the volleying department, let me remind you that if you want to get this beautiful Wilson Ultra 99 Pro or anything else tennis related, the link to get anything tennis related is going to be down in the description below, together with our exclusive discount code that will save you some cash, and that also really helps the channel. But yeah, on that, let's approach the net. And I have to be honest with you, Glads, this is not the best racket to do so, because every time I came inside the court with this thing and tried to volley or end the point at the net, I immediately regretted it, because this small sweet spot that I keep mentioning and talking about is really hard to tame at the net. And although this is not the easiest but not the hardest racket to maneuver, it really is not one that will encourage you to go to the net, because you will really have to work hard to actually make the volleys land where you want them to. And might be quite frustrating for some, but I do have to say that if I kept playing with this thing, I would probably get used to it, and my volleys might actually even clean up. But it's not a racket, as I said, that will make you want to approach the net and finish the point volleying. But I mean, if you're up for the challenge and want to clean up your volleying technique and try to nail the sweet spot every time, go ahead. Serves though, whoa, powerful 200 kilometers an hour, first flat serves down the tee that feel stable and that are actually consistent, yes please. Or first slice serves that not even Novak Djokovic would be able to return because of just how sharp the angle that you managed to open with this thing, yes please again. And I mean, the kick serves are also pretty good. Slightly smaller head size than, you know, the best performers in the kick serve department with this thing, but still, the amount of spin you're managing to produce on a kick serve is very good. I literally have nothing negative to say about the serves with the Ultra 99 Pro, except for maybe, I mean, this is so negligible that I'm not even gonna mention it. So who is this thing for then, you might ask? Is it for me? Is it for you? Well, just like with any toxic relationship, it will come down to whether or not you would like to continue or be in this roller coaster of a relationship. I decided to quit. I've had a few really good night sessions with it, but I doubt that I'll be able to keep up with its rhythm tennis-wise. And I keep forgetting about the 3% of the ladies watching the Gladiators Tribe channel. And first of all, just know that you're an absolute legend, and I hope that you can somehow relate to this whole toxic relationship story that I've been telling, because I'm pretty sure that the 97% of the guys Glads watching this probably can relate. Anyways, if you want a control-oriented racket with a very good potential for power and spin, and you're ready to move your legs, you're very talented, or you're French, this might be a very good option to consider. But keep in mind that it's going to be a challenge that will reward you in the end if you do end up taking it and actually overcome it, but it's not an easy racket to use. If you're wondering why French, I've just never met a single French player who is not talented. Let me know if you have. It just seems like they just all are. This review was just all over the place, and right now you're probably seeing the grades, and you can see that it has a clear, very solid 10 in the sexiness department, and the rest was really hard to grade, but I tried my best. By the way, if you're still not following us on Instagram, feel absolutely free to do so, because I've been posting a lot of content there recently and it's been doing pretty well. I think I'm doing a decent job of making some, more fun, less, specific tennis content, but something a little bit more entertaining. Feel absolutely free to check it out if you're interested. But yeah, I think you've had enough of the grades, but like always, I really hope that you've enjoyed this review. You're watching Gladiators Tribe. My name is Grisha, and I will see you Glads in the next one. Bye-bye.